I'm not a big fan of like formulaic Christianity, 3 simple steps to your best life now, but there are 3 steps that Jesus' brother James gave us in the book of James on how do we handle our anger. Here's what he says. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone, say everyone with me, everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Real quick, let's break that down. Quick to listen. Are you quick to listen when you get upset? I know I'm not. I'm a parent. I've got 3 kids in the home, and there are often times that I see them do something, their behavior doesn't line up with what I know we're teaching them, what I know we're trying to instill in them. And so the first thing that I tend to do when I get mad at my kids is say something. I get angry and say something. I do the opposite. Quick to get angry. I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad, and maybe I'll give you a chance to speak your piece, but most likely I won't. Go to your room, right? That's tends to be my formula. But man, when I get it right, when I take the moment to go, okay, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna be quick to listen. Because how many of you know as parents, our goal isn't just behavior modification. We don't just want them doing the right things, we want their heart. And if we'll be quick to listen, usually we will discover that there's something going on a little bit deeper than just the bad behavior. And if we'll take a moment to assume that we don't know everything about the situation, let's ask a couple of questions. We'll get to their heart. We'll figure out that maybe there's something deeper going on. Not all the time, we don't always get there, but often we do. And man, when we get to the heart, that's parenting. That we can parent the heart, not just their behavior. Be quick to listen. Next time you get upset with your kids, maybe take a moment. What's going on, son? Hey, tell me why you responded in that way, and see if you don't learn a little something different. Slow to speak. Man, I know in my marriage, I have many testimonies of getting that one wrong. You know, sometimes I'll walk into the house or I'll show up and I'll know immediately that I have done something that I shouldn't have done, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. Are there any other, don't raise your hand on that one. Just, we know, we get it, right? And so if you've ever been in premarital counseling with me, you know I teach the 10-second rule. Just take 10 seconds before you say what you wanna say. I'll usually know what I wanna say. And it usually is something like this. Obviously I did something wrong. You're mad again, what's going on? How many of you know that conversation doesn't go in a real positive direction? And so I take the 10 seconds, and here's my question in my mind is, how do I want this conversation to go? And if I will give myself 10 seconds, pray, how do I want this conversation to go? Usually, I'll come in with something like this. Hey, babe, I can tell something's bothering you. Do you want to talk about it? How many of you know those are 2 very different conversations? That 10 seconds saved me about a day and a half of fighting when I take it, when I'm slow to speak. And it's not just about that, but it's about often our initial reaction, especially if you're gifted like I am with words and sarcasm, it's gonna cut. It's not gonna be what you want to say. It's not gonna take you where you wanna go. So we're gonna be slow to speak. We're gonna be quick to listen. And if we'll do that, usually we'll be a little bit slower to get angry. And so I wanna encourage those of you today that maybe are dealing with anger. What is that thing that has got you angry? And again, it might be righteous anger. Maybe you're angry about our country, maybe the direction, the moral decay of our country. That's righteous anger. Maybe you're angry about an issue of injustice in our country. And man, that's righteous anger, but righteous anger doesn't justify unrighteous responses. The way that we speak to others, the way that we post to social media. Let's be quick to listen. Just assume that you don't know all there is to know about the issue. Slow to speak, slow to post, and it'll help us to become slow to get angry. You know, Peter was mad, but he was mad at the wrong thing. Jesus was angry too. For Peter, the anger was this person, this servant of the high priest, Judas, the system, right? But Jesus understood that the battle that we fight is not flesh and blood, that we do have an enemy, but it's not the person that's made you mad. It's not the wife or the kid. It's that there's a battle going on. If we'll learn to channel that anger in the right way, like Jesus did, he was getting ready to go deal with it. He was getting ready to go deal with sin once and for all on the cross. So I think he would tell us, hey, no more reacting out of anger.